how do you make fire with your mouth? Oh, how do you make fire with your mouth? That's a good one, isn't it? So, today I'm going to show you how to welcome a fire through the friction of wood using a method based on the traditional Inuit way of intricately carving bone. Now, I'm going to show you this photo. So in this photo you can see that they've got a mouthpiece which you put in the mouth, and I've got the flint and I have the spindle there, and they're using the head to apply the pressure, and then in that picture you can see they're holding the bottom with the hand, the other hand with a bow. Now what this allows them to be able to move the bone they're carving while they are spinning the drill, which has a little drill bit in the end to intricately carve. Now, a lot of people think that the Inuits also use this technique for making fire, but personally I've not seen that much evidence of it, but they may have done because they can use it for drilling bone, but I've not actually seen that much evidence of using this technique for making fire. But it can be done, and I think a lot of us in the Western world like a challenge. You know, we like bigging up our ego and trying things out and seeing what is possible, what isn't, and about challenging ourselves. A warning, I think unless you know about friction fire and know what you're doing, best not to attempt it. Yeah, especially for kids. I wouldn't have a go at it. You could damage your mouth, you could hurt yourself. So unless you really know what you're doing with friction methods and know the principles behind it, then I would concentrate on things like bow drill first, yeah, and maybe do this once you are really skilled with friction methods. So what you need really is a soft wood for the base. This is popular. You want your spindles to be longish, so you're not bending too far down, and thin, slightly thin, so you haven't got too much wood, so it takes more pressure and friction to make dust to get the pressure. So you want it, the thicker it is, the more pressure you need to apply, so that's going to be harder if you're doing that with your head, yeah? So you want it quite thin at the bottom. And then you have a mouthpiece. So this is hardwood, this is holly. So I've got a piece there to bite down on, and then I've got the hole there. And I've lubricated that with some holly leaves, squashed up with some spit, so nice and lubricated. And you see I've got quite a spindle. You see at the tip, I've made the tip long rather than just being a sharp point. So because it wears down, you've got more tip to wear down. So for this I'm not going to use a bow like in that photo I showed. I'm just going to do strap drill. So I'm going to wrap the cord around a few times like that, so that the cord doesn't slip. That's the main reason. I'm going to use my knee to anchor the board. Then this goes into my mouth. I'm going to push down on here, yeah? So nearly, I stopped a little bit too soon. Now I felt the heat on this, which isn't great. That's why I say it's probably best not to do it unless you know what you're doing. You don't want to burn your lip, or worse, crack your teeth. not quite. Let's go. You know what? Inuits use the mouth drill very well, and they're very good at it for carving. Now, whether they used it for fire doesn't matter. I have done it before, and other people do it, but sometimes you got to question yourself, what are you doing? So there are other methods, such as a bow drill. You know, we do like to challenge ourselves in the Western world. And prove that we can do something, but that's all the ego, you know. And with me, connecting with the ancestral fire is about, yeah, not taking fire for granted, because it's not easy. Not taking fire for granted, because it's not easy, but connecting with it, not letting the ego get in the way, not it being a competition. You know, at the end of the day, it's not a race, there's no prize, is there? You know, so nobody's going to come up to you and say, oh, here you go, it's £1,000,000 for doing that. So I suppose what I'm trying to say is, yeah, there's lots of different friction methods out there, developed by different cultures at different times. A lot of the times developed to suit their environment. So in Polynesia you've got the fire plough, you've got the hand drill used in Africa and America and places like that, and it was also used in China and Asia. You got the bow drill, which was used in Egypt. All these different methods were developed suited to their climate. So of course you got the bamboo, fire saw, things like that. So, you know, I'm not an Inuit. Do I need to welcome a fire? Use my mouth? Nah. But you know, stay tuned. I'm not going to bother with a bow drill now, because it's got to a point now but I'm just trying to get an ember, and I think sometimes when you get to that point, it means you're trying too hard, and what you need to do is just have a little break and do something else maybe, and then come back later and have a bit more awareness. So it's about, you know, having awareness, thinking about what you're doing and not rushing it, and if you do that then it really helps to make things work for you rather than work against you. So just a few words of wisdom from me today. Please do subscribe. There will be more content coming soon, and I'll be talking more about our connection with the ancestral fire and sharing my knowledge on tips on how to use a bow drill, the fire plough and the hand drill. Okay, cheers, see you later.